One of the main reason that people are not very successful in part 3 is because I've made the videos, and you probably have gone through with that, is that our weaknesses when we come to go into this stage. Like I explained before, that we always think part 1, part 2, theory and the practical was very easy. We've done it. Part 3, we've been driving so long we can do it. But that's not the case. Like I said, they give you 40 hours of sheet that you complete. What does that mean? I'm telling you, if you go step by step on those 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours on each category that they give you on 40 hours after passing the part 2, then you will be able to get in. So this exam is, if you don't have the syllabus, or if you don't have the vocabulary, if you don't have the overall information about all this, that what you have to deliver, you will not know. So how come the core competencies, if they make no sense, why they're there? The core competencies are there, but this simply means that in the exam, mostly the exams are that you study and then you go sit in and you do the exam. But this exam is different, because on the move you are teaching live like this now, and you teaching. So this exam is that while you going through, you talk about things ahead, you talk about the live pictures, you talk about the live vehicle moving, you talk about the live people out there on the road. So that is your exam. So if you don't practice, you might be a good listener, good reader, or all that, and you good understander while you stationary and when you there. But when it comes to moving and telling everything, turning right, left, and then you speaking about a mirror, signal, position, speed, look, and gear, and looking if it's safe, go, if it's not safe, stop. So all these, when the car is moving, you people get into trouble. Why? Because when you pass part 2 and they give you sheet that fill this in, we always go find the people. I know this, you know this, and do a few hours, or do maybe some sessions, or for part 2, and then do it, and then they fill that sheet for you, and then you can go through. I'm not saying all of you, but 90%, 80%, that's the case, that we just fill in and we'll carry on doing it. We're doing practice, so the badge will not be there until you provide this. So it will be a long time before you complete 40 hours. So those 40 hours is all about controls, moving off and stopping, turning left, turning right, about maneuvers, judgment, and the corners, and how to turn right, how to turn. So this is exactly what you will be delivering to your learner. What you teaching your learner in reality, driving, but on the other side, a daily routine of a person sitting in the car, getting themselves ready, moving off from one point, getting to a destination, stopping to a one point safely, and then moving on again, move off, stop, turning left and right in between a roundabout, traffic lights, and junction. So if you don't go through with this and don't practice, no words before action, by yourself, with yourself first, and don't get yourself into this routine, again, yes, you will agree with me that the part 3 will become more and more and more difficult. I had a text message this morning that, oh brother, I failed my part 3 third attempt, and the examiner said your learner was doing already mirror checks and all that, and you were still telling him, or you were still prompting him, even though he was doing it. So what does that mean? That this is simply means that we're not watching. Even though if we're watching, we can't control this. In driving, this is reality, that even though we know the learner is doing, but by nature we can't control our tongue, we can't control our talk. We're just gonna keep saying that will keep us in the safe position on the passenger seat, and then we will feel safe while we're telling the other person what you're doing. But the same thing, if I say to you, when you come sit here, and what you telling the learner from that seat, and keep talking, even though they're doing, you come here, and when you do it, your action and words will not match. I'm telling you 100%, your words and action will not match. I give you live example for that I am going straight from that junction. You can see that. So in here I have to say, put clutch down first, brake, come See, so I am doing those things as well. Now in the gear, my gear is already in 1. So now I need to look right and left. So right and left. And while I'm looking right, left, because I'm going there, I have to look at all 3 directions. So left, straight, right, straight, left. So words, action, and then clutch up, accelerate, then go. So these are the words and actions. So if I'm going left at that junction, so I'm going to say to myself, center mirror, left mirror. I'm looking and I'm saying left signal. Now my hand will go to this position, keep close to left, clutch down, off the gas, start braking, start looking right, left. Anybody coming? Yes, there was a car coming. What's the gear? So I'm changing into first, and while I'm saying, oh, motorbike coming, then again looking when it's safe, start bringing clutch up. These are the words in action. How are you going to do that? It's impossible until you don't get into that 40 hours, then plus 20 hours. DVSA. How we lead in our life? Science. They're not there for no reason. They're there 20 hours, 40 hours. Plus, when you go into this, then your teaching style and adoption and all that, and then core competencies, all that 40 hours and 20 hours, that makes 60 hours. This is going back to like that learner, that they should have 65 to 68 lesson before they go to test. Going down to yourself, when you come to teach, you have to have 60 hours of training by the time your PDI badge expires or get to that 6 months period. You have to have 60 hours, and within that 3 hours, within that 3 months, you have to complete that 20 hours extra as well, or additional training, or the supervision. What does that mean? So viewers, thank you for watching and thank you for understanding. I'm just making it more easier for you guys to understand. People who are going through with this, please listen to my advice carefully if you want. And nobody wants to just jump or sleep overnight and jump in the morning and go, I do this, I do this. No, everybody has a mission. Everybody has a planning in their life. And if they wanted to move into this profession, Wallahu khairul raziqeen, Allah is there to give you a rosy. But on the other side, if you want to go into this, you guys, many of the people I've heard saying, oh, I just don't want to go PDI, I want to get it done, dusted, green badge first, and then I'll do it. And why the PDI is there? Why the 40 hours training there? Why the 20 hours there? And are we doing this? No, we just want to jump in, and that's why the 28% or 32% rate is there, and people fail. And like I said, comment was, I failed my test because learner was doing things, and I said to him, I was telling him. Hope that helps, and keep watching my videos, and go to YouTube channels and like, share, follow as well, please, and I will make more to make you understand, and you will come to at least some percentage of your understanding to succeed.